Hi and welcome to this flexible hamstring yoga flow that will help you work towards the full splits. This is also day 9 of the January yoga challenge on Yoga with Ilona. I am so excited you're joining me today. This is quite a strong flow, but whatever level, whatever experience of yoga you are, just take it at your own pace and maybe grab some blocks if you are tight in the hamstrings. This is a practice that can be repeated to work towards your full splits, but it's also just a great one to leave you feeling light and open and flexible. So we will begin in a child's pose. At the back of the mat, take the knees nice and wide, sink your body down between the legs, bring your forehead to the mat. Take your breath into the belly, creating space in the lower body, making sure to sink your sitting bones down to your heels. Feel the breath moving in and out as you ground the whole body down towards the earth, directing your hips to your heels, your sitting bones to your heels. Maybe tucking the chin a bit more to create length in the neck. Really using this position to help you enter your practice and enter the present moment. Another deep breath in and a long exhale out. And then making your way sweetly up into a tabletop position. We'll just open up the front and the back of the body with some gentle cat and cow. Inhale, look up, tilt the tailbone up. Find your Mula Bandha, hugging your lower core muscles towards your spine. Breathe in, open. Exhale, round the back. Press the mat away. One more time each way, moving with your own breath. And coming to a flat back once again. Walk your hands forward for a puppy pose, opening up the chest and the hips a little bit, directing your chest down towards the mat, gazing forward to keep that strong heart opener, or maybe taking your forehead to the mat, feeling that length come down the arms, making sure to keep the elbows lifted so that you really feel active through the arms, or bringing your chest to the mat if you are open in the upper body. Wherever you are, breathing steadily and smoothly, directing your heart towards the earth. And then with an exhale, curl upwards, come back to your tabletop position. Ground down into the hands, tuck the toes under and sink your way up and back into a downward facing dog. Again, if you're tight in the backs of the legs, just bend your knees as much as you need to, sending the belly towards the thighs, pressing out of the shoulders. You don't want your shoulders to be sticking forwards towards the top of the mat. Press everything back towards the legs. Bringing some heat into the body now. Breathe in, roll forward to a high plank position through a rounded back. Exhale, lift the hips, send yourself back to downward dog. Inhale, high plank position, shoulders over the wrists, flat, straight line with the body. Exhale, send it back. A couple more with your own breath, using the whole of the inhale to come forward, the whole of the exhale to move back. One more time. Like a wave. Now from here, breathe in, reach your right leg as high as it can go. Sink your left heel down towards the earth. And then exhale as you bring your right knee forwards to touch your nose. See if you can kiss your knee. Breathe in, reach. Exhale, knee towards the nose. 3 more times. Taking a child's pose at any time that you feel it's too intense. 2 more. And 1 more. Reach up. This time scoop it all the way through and step it lightly between the hands into a lunge position. Bring the back knee down, but stay active through the inner thighs. So we're always active in the muscles when we're stretching. Breathe in, look up, open the heart forwards, and then keeping that sensation of opening the chest, send your hips back. So we're really actively stretching the hamstring, not just rounding the back, so that we can bring the legs straight. You can bend the knee as much as you need to. Just make sure you're really finding that like a cow spine in your stretch. Breathe in, come forward. Exhale, send it back, warming up that hip flexor, the left hip flexor. Breathe in, come forward. Exhale, move back. And again, forwards. And back. One more time. Nice. And now untucking your left toes, keeping your right leg extended and a little active, bending the knee if you need it. Left fingers come down, either tent the fingers so you've got a bit of height, or maybe take a block there underneath your hand. If you can bring the hand flat, then you can do that as well. Bring the right arm up as you breathe in, twisting towards your right leg, and straight away you will feel an amazing stretch come down your glute, your whole hamstring, into the hip as well. Try to stay long through the spine. You can look up to your right fingers. Find your breath here. Separate the sensation in your mind. Move it to one side and keep your attention on the breath. Breathing in and exhale, coming down. From here, make your way back all the way down to the mat, ready for a half hero pose. So the right leg is extended, the left ankle is hooking around the outside of your left hip. The knees are pressing together. If this is already enough for you, stay here. If you want to feel it a little more intensely in the left hip and the front of the left thigh, you can come down. So we're in a half hero pose here. And if you're really flexible in the front of the body, you could even come down into supine half hero. Breathing in and out slowly. Another deep breath in. And now as you exhale, walk your way up onto your elbows if you're lying down, and come back towards the top of the mat. Bring your legs around and send yourself back into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a long exhale through the mouth. Sigh the air out. Ready for the other side now, reaching the left leg up as you inhale. Press the right heel down to feel that stretch through the left leg. Exhale, left knee to nose, round the back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe in, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Two more. Reach up, and one more time, scooping it forward, step it silently between the hands, bring your right knee down, lift your heart, lift the top of your head, breathe in, and then exhale, make your way back into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split position, moving through the two positions with your breath now. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, send it back, tilt the tailbone back and away. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, move it back. A couple more with your own breath, really leaning into those stretches that feel good. And now bringing the right fingers down, or even the whole of the right hand onto a block or the floor. Really straighten out through the spine as you breathe in, and then exhale as you twist towards the left leg, trying to draw your left hip back and your right hip forward. Couple of nice full breaths here in the twist. If it's okay on your neck, looking up towards your left thumb. Another deep breath in, and exhale, bring it down into the center. I'm just going to move forward here. Take your right heel out to the side of your right hip, and then very carefully pressing the inner knees together. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you want to add on, you can walk your way down into your half hero position. If your knee feels any discomfort, make sure to take it back to a point that feels safe and comfortable. You are the only one who knows how things feel in your body and what feels safe and what doesn't. So really listen to your body here. And if you want to come all the way down to lying on your back, then please do so. A few nice deep breaths here, really imagining you could direct the breath into that space where you feel the deep sensation. And on your next exhale, walk your way up, and we'll make our way back around to that downward dog. Moving back onto the right leg, reach the right leg up. Bring it all the way forward, step it between the hands. Stay high on the fingers or take your blocks either side of that front leg. Keep the left leg active. Breathe in as you bend forward into the right knee. Feel that stretch in the hip. Exhale back to a long triangle variation, so triangle legs. Breathe in, curl forwards. Exhale, straighten the right leg, lift the toes towards your face. One more time, inhale forwards. Exhale, move it back. Hold it here for a full breath in and a long exhale out. Now coming forward, bend the right knee. Take your gaze in front of you so you find your balance and rise up to a high crescent lunge. Finding square hips and an active left leg here. So you're pressing back through the left heel. A deep inhale. And then exhale, open your left heel out behind you for a warrior two position. Bring the left hand down onto the back of your left thigh. Flip your right palm up and send yourself up into reverse warrior. Sending the right fingers up, finding length down the whole right side of the body. Couple of full rounds of breath in your reverse warrior, feeling the space coming down the right side of your rib cage. Another full breath in, and as you exhale, windmill your way around into extended side angles. So bringing the right hand onto the inside of the right calf, extending your left arm overhead and alongside the body if that's okay for you. Really using your core strength to hold you up. Breathing in and exhale, rise up into your warrior two once again. Turn towards the top of the mat, and then finding your balance, we're going to float the back foot up as we step up into a standing split position. So bringing the body down towards the mat, tenting the fingers of both hands either side of the right foot. And then really lengthening through the left leg as you stay strong through the right leg. So the standing leg is very, very strong. We're not locking out the knee. Keep a micro bend, so an invisible bend in the right leg so you feel that strength. And then if you want to add on, bring your body closer to the standing leg and hooking your right arm around the back of your right calf. This is obviously more challenging, but it will help you to get your body closer to the leg. If you are feeling very tight in the lower body, you can come to a half version, so more like an L stand with your fingers down on the floor or blocks underneath your hands. So take the variation that works for you today. Another full breath in. And as you exhale, make your way down to sitting on the mat. Take your right leg up in front of you. Hug the right leg towards your body as you lift the chest. Really finding even more of a stretch in that right leg. Feel the breath, bringing prana energy through the whole body. As a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend that right knee and make your way back into your downward facing dog, ready to do that all on the other side. Just find a moment to reset in your downward dog, maybe feeling very long down the right side. Now as you breathe in, reach the left leg high, scoop it forward, step it between the hands. Maybe taking those blocks underneath your hands if you need them. Breathe in, curl the heart forwards, exhale back to your long triangle legs. You can lift the left toes, feel that amazing stretch down the back of the left leg. Inhale, come forwards, keeping active through the right thigh, the back thigh. Exhale, move it back. Breathe in, come forwards. Exhale, move it back. A couple more. With the breath. And coming forwards now, scissor the inner thighs together, feel strong through the legs and rise up to your high crescent lunge. Finding an active back thigh, keeping your left knee over your left ankle, gazing forwards. Breathe in and exhale now, open up into Warrior Two, bringing your left ankle, your left knee in line with the ankle, so the knee's not dropping inwards. Open your arms in a T shape, gaze over the front fingers. Now take your right hand down to the back of your right thigh, flip your left palm, look up as you reach up with the left fingers, not trying to lean over as far as possible, but really finding as much length and space in the left side body as you can. Breathe into the left side body. Another deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring the left hand down on the inside of the left ankle, reaching up with the right fingers. You can look up to your right thumb and then take it alongside the body. Feel that stretch down the whole right side of the body. Really pressing the back of the left forearm into the inner calf to hold your balance. Using your core strength to hold you up. And then when you're ready, rising back up, coming back around to your high lunge position. And then floating the back leg up as you make your way back into standing split on the other side. So It might be quite different on this side. I'm much more tight in my left leg than my right. So take it to where it feels right on this side for you. And then either taking blocks underneath your hands and just going for a right angle shape with the legs, or walking the hands closer towards that left foot and reaching into the right toes. Keep that right leg, the lifted leg, really active. And if you want to reach around and grab the back of your left ankle, then you can. Try to straighten out through the lifted leg. Stay with your breath here. And then coming down to seated, taking your right leg out in front of you, take your left leg up, extending through the left leg, feeling that stretch down the back of the left leg. Another deep breath in and exhale, release. Just give yourself a little moment sitting on your mat. Give yourself a hug and a rock from side to side. Preparing for our peak pose today, splits hanumanasana. Now we'll cross the legs. Come over into a tabletop and back to downward dog. I'll take it on the left side, reaching up with the left leg, bringing it forward, and this time step the left foot out to the top left edge of the mat. So for lizard legs, start with an active right thigh, lifting the right thigh towards the ceiling, rocking back and forth. If it's accessible to you, you can bring your elbows down to the mat, keeping the back leg active, really activating these muscles in the hips to find a nice active, strong split position when we get there. Now bringing your right knee down, walk your hands up and heel toe your left foot to the center of the mat. Take your left hand to the left knee, pick up your right foot if you can, otherwise you'll need to take a strap, and we'll just really warm up that right hip flexor even more. Breathe in, take the right foot away from you, exhale, bring it in. Breathe in, take it away, exhale, bring it in. Nice. Now taking the right leg back behind you. Now's the time for your blocks. If you have them or you need them, you could also take some books or anything that you can hold and have your hands resting on. Flex the left foot, send your hips back, and then begin to kick forward into the left heel. As you straighten out through the back leg, bring your weight over the hips so you feel like you're central, and then begin to make your way down. Wherever you come to that feels like the edge of your flexibility, that's where you want to stay. Do not push it further than feels safe and healthy, but we do want to challenge ourselves a little bit. So please be careful and take it slowly. Remember, splits is a pose that you need to practice a lot before you can bring your hips all the way down. Wherever you are, breathing, extending your exhales out. And then walking your hands back and drag your left heel back, coming back to your half split position. Just taking a moment there, you can bend into the left knee. It's giving all those muscles and tendons time to come back to neutral. And then plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Ready for the other side. Breathing in to reach up through the right leg. And then open out your hip. Step it to the top right edge of the mat. And start in your lifted lizard position. Moving your weight forwards and back. Just really staying lifted through that left thigh. And if it's in your practice, if you can access it, then bring your elbows down to the mat. Let's hang out here for a few breaths. And then you can bring your left knee down, walk back up onto the fingertips, heel toe your right foot to the center of the mat, and then bringing yourself into a half split position. Maybe just stay here for today and build up slowly. Or if you want to come further, you're ready to come further, begin to kick into the right heel as you straighten through the back leg. Try and make sure it's going straight out behind you, not to one side. And then slowly make your way down with the hips. Wherever you are, finding your breath. Soften your forehead. Make sure you're breathing and keep feeling that sensation of drawing your right hip back and your left hip forward. And then when you're ready, coming out slowly, making your way back to your half split position. And then bending the knees underneath you, taking yourself back into a child's pose for a few breaths. Using this pose to feel the breath return to normal, feel the heart rate come down. Nice. And now you can make your way around to lying on your back. Let the feet come as wide as the mat. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling. And allow yourself a few moments of absolute stillness in Shavasana. Now wiggle your fingers and toes. Turn your head gently from side to side. And if it feels good, you can reach the arms back behind you. Stretch the toes down away from you. And then make your way over to one side and press yourself gently up to a seated position. Coming to a comfortable seat. Finding a tall spine. Breathing smoothly. And now you can bring your hands to heart center, bow your head. Thank yourself for practicing yoga today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you enjoyed this. And please remember, if you're working towards your full splits, then it is a pose that just takes a lot of practice and patience. Please be safe and patient with your body. Now you might like to try a meditation or a more gentle restorative flow. So I will link some on the screen here. Keep practicing, and I hope you have the most beautiful day. I will see you very soon. Bye.